All right, cool. Right. Okay. Here, let's go ahead and send a share out. Put this over on the Twitter. Send that out. Get this back up. All right, let's go have ourselves some fun. So, I happen to have a draft token, and it also happens to be Premier Draft for the Brothers War. I'd never played Limited Brothers War, so let's hop in there and see what this is about. So, they got a little guide on the corner over here, showing like what the archetypes are. So, if we play blue-white, we're looking at soldiers. Blue-black is draw power. Draw a multitude of cards from your deck to keep the knowledge flowing and strengthen your creatures at the same time. And we have artifact sacrifice. Fuel the fight by sacrificing artifacts. Power stones rev your engines and can later be sacrificed for more power. Don't forget, artifacts with unearth can be sacrificed twice. Ooh. We have red-green mechanized stomp. You use power stones to deploy your biggest threats quickly. Back them up with power-boosting spells to dominate every fight. Green-white artifacts enter the battlefield. Assemble your crew of creatures that are enhanced when artifacts enter the battlefield. Then use power stones, soldier tokens, and unearthed creatures to power up your attacks. Black-white is Scrappy Swarm. Deploy your army early, but don't be afraid to fill the graveyard. Creatures with mana value 3 or less offer more than you might expect, alive or dead. Blue-red is Prowess Aggro. Round up a squad of inventors and wizards that can utilize cheap artifacts, instants, and sorcery spells to press their advantage. Graveyard counter is black-green. In an endless war, your creatures that rely on a populated graveyard will be pleased as their power increases well into the late game. Okay? And then we have Unearth Aggro is red-white. Start your aggression early, and the second wave that comes back with Unearth may just be the last you need. And last is green-blue Power Stone Ramp. Accumulate power stones to help build your defenses, and soon no one will stand a chance against your colossal army of Colossuses. Okay, that's not too bad of a descriptor. So let's go ahead and start the draft and see how we do. And getting a good first pack is going to help us decide which direction we're going to go. All right, so we start with a Teething Wormlet and a Thorn of Amethyst. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Oh, interesting. That's a Talia. Save Calamity's Wake, Mass Production, Baloth, Scrapper Cohort, Third Path, Warlord's Elite, Combat Courier, Stern, Moment of Defiance, Raised to the Ground, Tanos' Tinkering, and Mindworker. Teething Wormlet is a pretty decent first drop. It's honestly between that and Obstinate Baloth for me right now. I think we're going to go with the Teething Wormlet, though. Go confirm that pick. Okay, so then we have Yoshin Frontliner, Spotterthopter, Argivian Avenger. Bonesaw is ready. We got Recommission. Recommission's a great card. Gothian Sprite, Perimeter Patrol. I think we want Recommission in this pack. All right, so far we're looking at green-white. Green-white is pretty decent. Both my cards want to play with a lot of artifacts. I personally really like Recommission, like as a card on its own. Like I like to play in Boros. pretty good for getting back a low cost haste creature. Now we just need to wait on this person to make some choices because he's piling up 4 packs over there. Any moment now. You're holding up progress, my friend. God, I hope they didn't just like leave. Stasis Coffin. Gain protection from everything till your next turn. Let's see. We got a Thopter. Prison Sentence. That's kind of removal. Clay Revenant. Demon. Forge Chanter. Goblin. Raise to the ground. Shoot down. Exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. That could be pretty useful. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with Prison Sentence. Yeah, this person over here might have like disconnected or something because they are just piling up packs over there. And that's honestly just going to make the rest of this take forever. Yeah, we got a pretty good curve so far though. 1, 2, and 3. We need to get some quality creatures in here though. Let's see here. Oh, we got Tanos the Toymaker. When you cast a beast or bird spell, you may copy it. Except the copy is an artifact. Okay, we got Mass Production, Argivian, Survivor, Tokashi's Onulet. It's a 4/4 with Unearth. Okay. Gothian Sprite. Boulder Branch Golem. Gain life equal to its power. We can go with that, or we can go with the Onulet. I think we'll go with the Boulder Boy. That's pretty cool art though. One thing about playing only standard is you don't really take a moment to consider the limited cards, like what might be good in limited, or like what kind of limited cards have just like really great artwork, that kind of stuff. Ooh, Burnished Heart. That is actually pretty decent. I might actually just take that. Sprites Burrowing. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Burnished Heart. Because that can help us ramp if we need it. Pretty card though. I like that they kept the original art for this. Forged by divine hands to wander mortal realms. Ugh. Okay, so this sucks. I mean, I'm sure it's like circumstances outside this person's control, but I really hate having to wait on this guy. All right, what do we got here? Soul Guide Lantern. Enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard. Tap, sacrifice, exile each opponent's graveyard, or draw a card. Okay, that's not that great. Ooh, Disenchant. That's basically removal in this format. Let's see. Blanchwood. Sentinel Stalwart. Tap an untapped artifact which you control 1 mana. Epic Confrontation. Ooh, that's a fight spell, though. Fog of War. On Wilds. Shoot. Disenchant or Epic Confrontation? I think Epic Confrontation. We need some things that can help us generate artifacts. Let's see. All right, what do we got here? Transmigrant Altar. Mishra's Research Desk. Power Stone Engineer. When it dies, create a Power Stone. That could actually be pretty useful. Blanchwood. Gnarl Root Pallbearer. 5/5 trample, enters the battlefield, target creatures or exit them, recruit your crossing graveyard. Do we want the Power Stone or do we want the beef? I think we want the beef. Okay, what do we got here? Demolition Field, Takesha's Onulet, Power Plant Worker, Swift Gear Drake. Enters the battlefield, put up to one target card from Graven Obama's library. I think we want the Onulet in this case, actually. And then we need to start picking up cards that can help us accelerate. See how they're just shifting cards down that way. They're having no problem. This guy's just holding everybody up. Okay, Calamity's Wake, Combat Courier, Dredging Claw. It says Taunus Tinkering. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target artifact, creature, or land you control. Untap that permanent. If it isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 creature in addition to other types. Okay. Alright, so you can animate a land with that if you wanted to. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Tinkering. I mean, a little expensive, but you know, it might come useful in a pinch. It's instant. You can untap a permanent with that. Bonesaw, Third Path, Perimeter Patrol, Wasteful Harvest, or Evolving Wilds. Let's go with the Perimeter Patrol, honestly. So we just need like a bunch of beef. All right, what I got here? We got Clay Revenant, Coastal Bulwark, Race to the Ground, Keeper of the Cadence. So we're going to Clay Revenant or Coastal Bulwark. I think we're going to go with the Coastal Bulwark. All right, we got here Survivor Corliss. We have another Takesha's Onulet, Mishra's Demolition. Honestly, let's just take the Survivor. Having more things to do early game can't be that bad. Let's take that. I think the timer's running down on this guy over here. All right, what we got here? All right, take the Fog of War. At least we're getting stuff that's relevant, right? Transmitter Altar. Take the Transmitter Altar. All right, next pack. Ooh, Lay Down Arms is decent. Foundry Inspector. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oron's Escape. Curate. What's this? Blitz Automaton. Mishra's Juggernaut. Giant Growth. Taunus' Tinkering. Foundry Inspector could actually be really good. We're going to take the Foundry Inspector. Just getting some reductions good. Semblance Anvil. Imprint. When Anvil enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-land card from your hand. Spells you cast that share a card type with the exiled card cost 2 less to cast. That's pretty good. Fortified Beachhead. No one left behind. Demolition Field. Damage Paratrooper. Deadly Riposte. Deals 3 damage target tap creature. You gain 2 life. That could actually be really good. Vision Claw. Blitz. Rust Goliath. Reach and Trample. Gosh. 3/5 or 10/10. I don't think we're ever going to get to like fucking 10 mana though. We'll take the Deadly Riposte. Ooh, Sculpting Steel. That's pretty much going to be like the pick, I think. Blitz Automaton. Yeah, I think we're going to take the Sculpting Steel. Any artifact benefit. Ooh, Repair and Recharge. That could be useful. Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Juggernaut. Yeah, let's take the Repair and Recharge. Ooh, Bushwhack. Reconstructed Thopters. A 2/1 flying unearth. Military Discipline. Scrapwork Rager. Scrapwork Mutt. Supply Drop. Here's battlefield. Creature you control gets +2/+2, and you can sacrifice to draw a card. We're going to go with Bushwhack, actually. Alright, another Calamity's Wake. Perimeter patrol, aeronaut's wings. Ooh, +1/+1 flying. Equipment's usually pretty good. Yeah, we'll take the equipment. Laid on arms. Alloy animus. Until on a turn, target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 4/4 creature. Another Tokacious Onulet. Let's take lay down arms. I wonder if people aren't picking a whole lot of white right now. So I'm kind of getting like my pick of the litter here. I mean, I'm surprised that lay down arms lasted as long as it did. We're not getting a whole lot of bombs though, which is unfortunate. We get some pretty decent like mid game stuff though. All right, we got here another Deadly Riposte, Air Marshal, Depth Charge Colossus, Sentinel Steward, Coastal Bulwark. We can go with the Sentinel Steward. I think we're going to take a second Deadly Riposte. So we got some pretty decent removal so far. Tauntness's Tinkering can act as quasi removal as well. Okay, we got Blast Zone, another lay down arms. Vicious Juggernaut, Tarstic. I think we're just gonna take a second lay down arms. From the look of it, it looks like we're kind of balanced as far as like the colored mana cost goes. Like the only thing we have so far that costs 2 of a single color is the Gnarl Repulver. Let's see, we have Ambush Paratrooper, Dredging Claw. What's Automaton? I guess it's the Ambush Paratrooper. There's nothing else that's relevant. All right, we got another Blitz Automaton, Swiftgear Drake. Swiftgear Drake, yeah. All right, another Swiftgear or Thomas's Tinkering. Let's see. Drake. Let's see, we got Supply Drop, Thraxodemon, or Latnam Adept. I guess it's the Supply Drop. Supply Drop has Flash. Calamity's Wake, exile all graveyards. And another Tokacious Onulet. Okay. We have Perennial Behemoth 5. You may play lands from your graveyard. Unearth double green. Let's see what else we got. We got Ivory Tower. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life, where X is the number of cards in your hand -4. Another Deadly Riposte. Goring Warplow. 6 Death Touch. Gaia's Gift. Hoarding Recluse. Do we want the Perennial Behemoth? Is the question. This pack is kind of garbage, honestly. But this can hold the ground pretty well, though. I mean, 7 on the backside is nothing to scoff at. I gotta say, this is a pretty bad draft. We need something to shore up with this last pack. But that was only the first pick of the last pack, though, so we still have time to bring this around. Portal to Phyrexia, huh? That could be what we need, actually. Yeah, we're gonna take it. Because we do have a way to get it out of the graveyard. Only thing we don't have is a way to like mill it or get it out of our hand. But we do have what is it? We have repair and recharge. We could make it work. Transmigrant's altar. Let's see. Springleaf drum. Tap an untapped creature you control at one mana gain a color. You have Charge Colossus again. Rager. Blitz. Blanchwood. Burying Razor Maw. I think Burying Razor Maw, honestly. Yeah, it's very likely that Portal to Phyrexia will never hit play. But we're gonna try. Plus Engineers, Battery Bearer. Suchi Cave Guard. Vigilance Ward 4. When it dies, add 8 colorless mana. Till end of turn, you don't lose mana as phases end. Let's see. Rust Goliath again. Tom Rakul Honor Guards, 3/1 with Ward. Power Plant Worker. Okay, so we got the Honor Guard, the Rust Goliath, or the Suchi Cave Guard. I think we go with the Rust Goliath. Battlefield Forge. Self-Assembler. 5 mana, Assembly Worker 4/4. Enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an Assembly Worker creature card, reveal, put it onto your hand. Nah. We do have Disenchant, Goring Warplow, Mutt, Wasteful Harvest. Mill 5 cards, you may put a permanent card from among the cards milled this way into your hand. Let's see. Let's go with... Gosh, this is kind of a hard pack. I'm thinking Disenchant, honestly. Let's see here. The Ocean Frontliner, Demolition Field, Depth Charge, Fog of War, another Rust Goliath. Let's go with another Rust Goliath. Mass Production, Acre Wellspring, Survivor Corliss, Trench Stalker, Guy's Gift. Let's go with Guy's Gift this time. Airlift Chaplain, Lauren's Escape, Argothian Sprite. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures. Let's go with the Argothian Sprite. Another Deadly Riposte. Another Guy's Gift. We'll take the Guy's Gift. Guy's Gift is actually a pretty decent combat trick. Alright. Clay Revenant. Fog of War. Sentinel Steward. Sentinel Steward. Transmigrant's Altar. Blitz. Automaton. Blanchwood. Rowler. Guess I'll go with the Blanchwood. Lauren's Escape. Let's go with the Tom Rakul. I think our person over there might actually have come. Oh no, never mind. I spoke too soon. He's piling up over there. Self-Assembler, Takacious Onulet. Let's go with the Onulet. Demolition Field. Demolition Field. And a Trench Stalker. All right. That is everything. So now we need to take this pile and form it into a deck. So first things first, to get rid of the Demolition Field, we get rid of the Trench Stalker. That goes away. Okay, so let's look at what we have as far as creatures go. So we have a Sentinel Steward, we have a Teething Wormlet, and we have a Survivor of Corliss all on turn 1. So let's see here. Let's drop the weight on arms down to a single. We have Ambush Paratrooper. There's a Flash and Flying, so that's something we can cast at the end of turn. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of 1 Deadly Riposte. Recommission, Argothian Sprite, Blanchwood, the Confrontation. We'll keep both of the guys' gifts, honestly. Aeronaut's Wings. Let's get rid of the Coastal Bulwark. I want to keep the Aeronaut's Wings. Prison Sentence. Get rid of the Transmigrant Altar. Ditch one of the Burrowing Razor Maws. Burnished Heart can stay. Foundry Inspector can stay. Sculpting Steel can stay because that will pair very nicely with Portal and either of our big boys. I want to keep Taunus's Tinkering. It's pretty good thing right there. Let's go down to one Tocacious Onulet. Perennial Behemoth. I'm not so sure I want to keep that. Let's go ahead and throw that out. I have better things to cast at 5 mana. All right, so we need to get rid of 10 more cards, and we are currently looking at 17 creatures and 16 non-creatures and 16 lands. So we need to really thin the herd, so to speak. So let's see here. I want to keep the Bushwhack. Let's see here. Deadly Riposte is a pretty good combat trick. Let's get rid of the Disenchant. Let's get rid of... Gosh, this is difficult. Let's get rid of the Fog of War. Foundry Inspector can stay. Let's ditch the supply drop. It's not that great. What exactly does this do? Enters the battlefield, target creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's not too bad. Boulder Branch, Portal. Let's go down to one Rust Goliath. Okay, so that's 6 more cards we need to ditch. We're at 16. Okay, let's see here. Shoot. Whatever do we get rid of? I mean, I'm thinking about getting rid of the Aeronaut's Wings, honestly. Let's see. Mission, Deadly Riposte, Ambush Paratrooper. Let's see. We do have a lot of targets for recommission, so I think we're going to keep that. I want to keep Prison Sentence. I want to keep Taunus's Tinkering. This is a rough one. I still got to get rid of 6 cards. Let's see. Yeah, we're still at 17 lands over there. Probably the Deadly Riposte, honestly. Let's see. Let's ditch that and ditch the confrontation. Keep that. Keep the Ambush Paratrooper. Or no. Keep the Recommission, I mean to say. The 2 guys' gifts. Prison Sentence. All right, so we need to get rid of 4 more cards here. So let's ditch the Recommission. Let's ditch the Aeronaut's Wings. Let's ditch I really want to keep the Sculpting Steel. I need to get rid of 2 more cards, and they can't be creatures. I need to keep 16 creatures. So let's get rid of Artifact Enchantment or Planeswalker. So it'll give me back my artifact creatures, but not my creatures. So let's see here. I think we got to get rid of Taunus's Tinkering. Okay, 1 more card to get rid of, and then we can get started. Unless we just want to play with 41 cards. Is there anything else that I can justify dropping. Survivor Corliss is pretty weak, but it's also a 1-drop creature. Sentinel Steward is ramp. Teething Wormlet actually gets bigger as I'm playing more artifacts. Ambush Paratrooper. Honestly, the Survivor of Corliss, I think, is actually like our weakest card. I don't think I can justify getting rid of anything else. Yeah, let's get rid of the Survivor of Corliss. I think it's honestly the weakest card here. All right, so that's gonna be it. That is our draft deck. Here's to hoping we win even a single game, because this is not looking too hot. All right, let's get going. Ooh. There we go. Got ourselves an opponent. Quinte Flush. All right, Mr. Quinte. Let's see what you got for us. All right, so we have 3 planes. No green. That's pretty much the only card that's going to be suffering from me not taking any green spells. So, or green lands. So I guess let's keep it and see what happens. We got a Burnished Heart though, and that can kind of help us out a little bit. Okay, so they managed to get a 1-drop, so that's great for them. Not so great for us though. Now we're looking at double planes. Okay, yeah, they're off to the races, but I am not. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's go ahead and play the Burnished Heart. Energy Reflector. What's that? Enters the battlefield, draw a card, add 2 mana of any color. That's pretty nice. Mana fixing's good. Yep. Yeah, come on in, champ. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Okay, so that's really bad. But we're gonna keep it back so they don't just attack in with everything next turn. We can get 2 basic lands off the Burnished Heart, so that's pretty nice. Pass. Okay, they're gonna choose to come in. I take 2. Plays Liberator. All right. Where's this Battlethopter? All right, end of turn. I'm going to use this right now because I need to go get some land. I'm going to go get 2 forests, 1 and 2. Now let's see if we can play something. Hey, we can. Nice. Let's play this. And we'll play a Teething Wormlet as well, since we have the mana and all. And here's the hope they don't have like an arrest or something for the 1 creature I have. Okay, I'm just going to sacrifice that, try and draw an answer. Okay, got a land out of it. That's not too bad. Well, I can't deal with that. So I take 1. Okay, so my turn. We're going to go ahead and play Perimeter Patrol first. And next, I'm going to attack with just the Gnarl Root. But we're gonna keep mana open, just in case they have some kind of combat trick, or if they have a removal or anything like that, because I want to protect my Gnarl Root Pallbearer. Arrow, not cavalry. What is this? Here's the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on another target soldier you control. Okay. Resolve all. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Goes right there. Hit pass. Okay. They don't have any mana open, so there's no possibility for combat tricks. Okay, they're just going with that. That's fine. Actually... Aw! Are you shitting me? That sucks. That sucks really hard. Alright, that's fine. Let's attack, attack, and attack. That sucked. I did that at the wrong time. Yep. They go to 10. Oh man, that sucked hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need at least 2 more mana to play the portal. But we'll see if we can get there though. That's pretty cool art on the Aeronaut Cavalry. It's like they're trying to dive bomb you. I feel so stupid wasting that damn spell. Yeah. Alright, I think I'm in. Oh, the Ocean Medic. Interesting. Okay. We have Sculpting Steel. We can't... Let's see. Let's see how this looks. So if we attack with this, that's 5, 6, 7. If you Sculpting Steel that, become another 2. And that... whenever you in life, if this is the first... As long as it is you control 3 or more artifacts, it gets Death Touch. Okay, it would not get Death Touch in that moment. Let's go ahead and attack with these 2 right now and see what they react with. Okay, so he's just going to block that and gain a life. Oh, okay. That's a decent combat trick. It helps them survive a turn, but we do still get 1 point of trample go through, though. Okay. And let's see here. I'm going to Sculpting Steel that, and then Razor Maw. There we go. Let's see what happens. Life totals are getting a little too low, so I'm going to need to do something here. Okay, plays another Aeronaut Cavalry. Liberator gets another +1. Alright. Frontliner comes in. See what you do. Oh, shoot. I think I'm just dead here, because that's 9. Oh, no, I'm not dead. He's got the, I do have a Liberator to block. So what are you going to put the point onto? Put it there? Okay. In that case, this will block here, and this will block here. So blocked 5. And nothing else is attacking except for the Liberator, so we're going to take Liberator damage. 2 blockers. We're just 1 shy of casting the portal. That sucks. Alright. Well, YOLO! Just one shy. Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's game. Good game, fella. Let's move on to the next one. I did not have fun that game because we did not win. That is how that survey is supposed to go. Now, had we won, then I would say yes, we did have fun. But I made a critical error halfway through the game. So let's try again. Remember, if we're going to do combat tricks, we got to do them before the assign blockers phase. Otherwise, it's not going to allow us to assign a blocker. Blong Dong. What an interesting name. A lot of very interesting names going around. Okay, so we do have some stuff that's going to take a long time to cast, but we also have a bushwhack. So I'm going to keep it and use the bushwhack to go get myself a plains. And let's just see what happens. It would have been nice if we got more stuff to create power stones, but unfortunately we did not. But that's okay. All right, let's do this. Let's go get a plains. Hit them with the hello as well. There we go. We'll be nice gamers. All right. Let's go ahead and drop plains. Drop the land that he knows about, not the land that he doesn't. All right. Now we'll play that. And this has flash, so we're going to wait until the end of his turn to cast it. Make him think we got something we don't. Hit pass. All right. End of turn. Ambush Paratrooper comes in. Unless they have a counterspell for it. Which they do not. Okay. Now we have Prison Sentence. So next. Attack for 1. Bink. End turn. They want a Stern Lesson. I honestly really like that card. Like it is a pretty decent draw spell for standard just because it creates power stones for you. Tower Worker. Reach. Okay. Interesting. Pass. All right, we'll take my turn. All right, we do not have any lands yet, so we need to remedy that. I'm going to lock that guy up. Okay, that goes to the top, that goes to the bottom. Keep it just like that. And we will attack for 1. Bink. I got all the lands and I got none of them. All right, here's a land. Let's go and play that. And I will cast my Boulder Branch. If he'll let me, at least. He will not. But that's fine, because now we have a guy in the graveyard that we can repair and recharge next turn. And make it a 6/5. That is, if I can get the spell off. Ooh, Burnished Heart. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and attack. This is a very awkward game. Okay, he's going to play the rock. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Resolve. Gets another Power Stone. And he blocks with the Coilless Rock. Bink. Alright, I will play Burnished Heart. He likes to say nice a lot. Alright, Power Plant Worker. So maybe he's playing the whole Power Plant work thing. I mean, that'd be pretty cool. What you got for me? What you got? No kidding, no kidding. Well done, Mr. Alexis Segovia. I'm very happy to have been of service. Let's see. So he's not going to allow me to attack through with that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to cast the Rust Goliath and see if he has another scatter ray or anything like that to take care of this. He does not. Excellent. No attacks. We're just going to hold back right now. No, no, that's fantastic. That's honestly the reason why I put those decks out there is for other people to enjoy and to try and see if they can make something work, even if I can't. Oh no, he actually hard cast that for the whole amount. That's nasty. All right, let's see here. So what we're gonna do here, we got 4, 5, 6. If we just use the burnished heart, sacrifice it for the lands at end of turn, we might be able to pull a portal to Phyrexia next turn. So we're going to just chill at the moment. No attacks. Actually, what's this cost? It costs 3 to activate. I have 6. Now I won't be able to do both. So we'll just chill and see what happens. Hopefully we don't just straight up die this turn. That would suck. Yeah, pass. All right, so he comes in with both of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to blocks. We're going to assign both of these to block here because that trample is going to go through anyways. 2 blockers. Okay, he wants to give that plus 2/2. Okay, so we resolve that. So I'm going to activate this right now. Go to a couple lands. We're going to get a forest and a plains so we can cast our spell next turn. And let's see here. I'll give it +1. It's not going to do us any good. Even if we give plus... Well, we can give it indestructible for the turn, I guess. Let's see. Tell you what, I want to actually keep this creature on the table, so we're going to give it indestructible for this turn. If he lets me, at least. It looks like he's looking at his hand there. Yeah. Okay, so we take 10, go to 7. It's been working pretty nicely. Anytime I see Sheldred, I cry. I try the Brit. Yes. Yeah. That is definitely a problem. Let's see what we got here. What's in my graveyard at least? You know, honestly, I think I'm just toasted because I don't have the extra mana to deal with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast Repair and Recharge. We're going to get our Boulder Branch Golem back. Yeah, and that's the thing that I've noticed for the red deck specifically. Okay, yeah, you win. Is that if mono black or like black X has an opportunity to stabilize, they tend to have all the tools you need to survive and get one over on you. Because mono red aggro does not really have the tools to deal with Sheldred. They don't have the tools to deal with Graveyard Trespasser specifically, just because the Graveyard Trespasser makes you discard a card if you want to remove it from the table. So you basically just have to like run creatures into it, which is just not that good for the mono red game plan. You kind of want to remove as many creatures as possible in order to get past it. As far as like the mono red burn deck though, be careful if you want to run that deck because that one was just a it was a budget upgrade for a starter deck. So you can like use that as like a shell and then just work on upgrading that over time. But honestly, the mono red aggro deck would honestly just be stronger The burn deck is fun though. I will tell you that. It's like if you've watched the burn deck and thought it might be a fun deck to try, I say go for it and like make some more upgrades to it. Let's see. Let's keep it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Let's go and play planes first. But yeah, the I I had a lot of fun playing the burn deck just because it was a fun little project trying to upgrade a starter deck. Okay, yeah, go and play that. Pass. Say my turn. Put the ambush paratrooper out. This will go into perimeter patrol, and we will attack for 1. But there are a few more starter decks that I want to do upgrade videos for, but after this week, I think we're going to end that series, as they're really not getting a whole lot of viewership, like, at all. So I want to, at the very least, give it an honest shot. I want to give it an honest shot. Put like a few decks out there that I think are interesting, and then move on to another project. Thankfully, though, the spoiler season for Wilds of Eldraine has just started, and so I can start like doing like some preview videos for those, and that's gonna be pretty fun too. Like I saw some of the initial previews already, and they look really interesting. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play Foundry Inspector. It's gonna get +1. Let's see. Mana value. It does mana value, and yeah, so we're not gonna be able to do that. So next, attack with those. Let's see how you decide to block. Okay. That one or that one? Let's kill that one actually. All right, enter. My personal favorite deck is not like the most powerful, but it's like a pet deck that I've been playing, and it is Dimir, so that's black blue, and it is a toxic deck. I actually played it on stream, and I put a video out of it last week, I believe. It was just like a little bonus episode. But it's a deck that runs a little bit of counterspell, a little bit of interaction, and the whole purpose of the deck is to poison out your opponent just using spells. And it's pretty fun. I used it to get up to diamond, and that's where I'm at on standard ladder at the moment. So I believe I'm in diamond 2 from piloting that deck, and it's a lot of fun. All right, this is getting pretty bad. I need some mana over here. This is not doing well for me. Let's see, we got there. That's 2. I still only have 1 plane, so I can't really use Laden Arms to do anything at the moment. So at the moment, I'm just going to attack with the Foundry Inspector. But yeah, it is really fun. I've been playing a lot of that. Been playing a little bit of Grixis and a little bit of Esper as well. My favorite card to play at the moment is a card called Founding the Third Path. And I like it a lot because it allows me to use and reuse key pieces of removal very often. So like I can cast it on 2, and then use Founding the Third Path to cast a 2-cost spell for free, and then on the third part of the enchantment, I can cast another spell from my graveyard. This time not for free, but it's not a 2 or less spell. You can cast any spell from your graveyard for full cost, but it allows you to recast spells from your graveyard. which is very, very fancy. I like it a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and Guy's Gift the Teething Wormlet. You know, both these guys block that to kill it. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, so I'm not doing the best job of explaining what the card does. So what is it's an enchantment, it's a saga. It costs a blue and a colorless, and on the first part it says you can choose a spell in your hand. Yes, I do run it in the toxic deck. You can choose a spell in your hand, an instant or sorcerer that costs 2 or less, and then you can cast it for free. And you can use that to cast you can cast a spell like, say, Prologue to Phyresis, which is a colorless and a blue spell that applies a poison counter and draws you a card. So that's a good card to cast on the first turn. And let's see, what do we got here? Sculpting Seal is not really good at the moment, but we can use Prison Sentence on this and Scry to hopefully get another land. Perfect. I only want 1 land right now. But yes, so like or other like draw spells or kill spells you can cast right off the bat. And let's see here, 1, 2. Not going to do it right now, so we're just going to chill for the moment. No attacks and turn. But yeah, so that's what happens on the first turn. And then on the second turn, it says target player mills 4 cards. So what you can do is you can use that to mill yourself instead of your opponent to get potentially better spells into your graveyard to cast on the 3rd tick of the saga. Okay, getting a little bit better. And they decided to attack, so I'm going to attack back with the Teething Wormlet. You have so many Power Stones right now. This is disgusting. I would love to get my hands on some of those. Oh, why didn't you... He should have cast that during the block phase. But yeah, so yeah, I like to run that as a way to stabilize against aggressive decks or mid-range decks. Because it allows me to just utilize the same removal spells over and over. Okay, yeah, he comes in for 6. Yeah. Once this is over, I'll be more than happy to show you the deck. It's pretty fun. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really do much with this. I'm just going to attack for 2 again. So he basically has the next 2 turns to kill me. So he's going to do 6 this turn. He could possibly do more. He does have a Mishra's Foundry over there, and he has like more than enough mana to do anything he wants to. Okay, yeah, he's going to come in with the Mishras. Pass. So he's got 8 mana, or 8 damage. So he's going to put me down to 1. And we'll see what we do with this last turn, which I doubt is going to be much. Alright, my turn. Let's see what happens. Yep, that's what I thought. We don't have anything that we can do. So, that's cool though. Good games. I wasn't too invested in this anyways. It was just a draft. I almost never play limited. As you can see by me being in silver on limited. Alright, let's go claim our 0-win prize, which is almost nothing. But we do get a pack out of it. Let's see who got the pack. The pack was a Tokasia. Yeah, so that was pretty much it, just a wipe. Okay, so let me show you the deck I was talking about real quick, and I can a little bit more in depth show you what I'm talking about here. So this is my personal favorite deck right now. It is a deck I've been running in best of 3, not best of 1. So it's a pretty straightforward blue-black control deck. So It has 3 copies of Bring the Ending, and what this does is it counters a spell that costs 2 or less. So it basically does the same thing that Make Disappear does. But it has Corrupted, which means when the opponent has at least 3 poison counters on them, it will then do the Corrupted ability, which means counter target spell instead. So instead of counter target spell if they pay 2 more, it's just straight up counter the spell. End of story. And then we have 3 copies of Experimental Augury, which is look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order, and then proliferate. Now what proliferate does is it will add an additional counter of any type that already exists. So that means loyalty counters on Vraska, poison counters on my opponent, lore counters on Founding the Third Path, any of those kind of counters, or even like -1/-1 counters or +1/+1 counters on other creatures. That's what that does. So what we do with this is we will play Founding the Third Path to either cast Prologue to Phyresis or Experimental Augury. Experimental Augury is great to play with Founding in the Third Path because it immediately ticks Founding up to part 2 in the saga, which means on our next turn we will be at part 3, and it will allow us to cast a spell again from our graveyard. So this is something that allows us to cast Founding early instead of in the mid or late game. Then we have Prologue to Phyresis. Each opponent gets a poison counter, and then we draw a card. And then we have Serum Snare. This one's actually pretty good. I run this as a 2 of because sometimes there are just those pesky permanents that don't happen to be creatures that we need to get off the table. And if the target costs 3 or less, then we proliferate, given additional poison counters. We have Anoint with Affliction. This one is a basic removal spell. It will exile a creature if it has mana value 3 or less, or if corrupted, which is if our opponent has 3 poison counters at least, then we can exile any creature, regardless of casting cost. Drown in Ichor. This one is usually the one that I cast with Founding the Third Path to get rid of creatures, because this is a sorcery speed spell, which means we can only cast it on our turn. So it gives a creature -4/-4, which will clear almost any creature, and it also proliferates, so that's pretty good. This right here, this is the only creature in the entire deck. It is Void Ring Hybrid. It's a 2/1, flying toxic 1, and whenever I proliferate, which we do often with this deck, I can return this from the graveyard to my hand. So this is just in here against certain matchups to tag the opponent and get early poison counters. Typically, your opponent is going to see this, get a little nervous, and just kill it immediately, which we're fine with because we can get it back with proliferating. So we're not too worried about that. We have Distorted Curiosity as a 1-of in here. This is a basic draw spell, 3 mana to draw 2 cards. But it has Corrupted, which means if we corrupt our opponent, it is a 1 mana draw 2. So not too bad. We have 3 copies of Reject Imperfection. It is a basic counter spell. It's basically cancel, but if we happen to counter something that costs 3 or less, then we get to proliferate, which is good. 4 copies of Vraska's Fall. You'll notice that the Prologue and the Vraska's Fall are some of the only cards in here that we're running a full 4 of, and that's because these are the spells that add poison counters. So we want to draw these really early to make sure that we are applying poison early. I will sometimes cast Vraska's Fall on an empty board just to get a poison counter out there. Because often you'll find that we come across other control decks with this deck, and they're not playing creatures early, but we need to get the ball rolling on the poison counters so we get inevitability going. Next, we have a couple copy of Memory Deluge, just because it's a great draw spell. We're doing most of our gameplay at the end of our opponent's turn, so if our opponent's not doing anything and we have no other plays, we're probably going to cast Memory Deluge to draw some spells. Then we have a couple copy of Vraska. Vraska's in here mostly for the proliferate on a stick. Most of the time when she's in play, I'm using the 0 to proliferate, draw cards. Sometimes you'll end up using the -2, but not often. And the -9 in this deck is almost never used because by the time she's in play, our opponent already has like 5 or 6 poison counters on them. And then the mana base is pretty straightforward. It's just blue black. You got one copy of Adawara here. We're not really running a Takenuma because there's no real reason to. The only creatures in the deck come back with Proliferate, and Vraska isn't so important that we need to run Takenuma. But the Mirex here is a 4 of, because again we come across control decks pretty often with this deck, and so having a way to just apply pressure with might tokens at the end of turn often is a great way to apply pressure when we don't have any otherwise, especially when our opponent is doing most of their like board wiping and removal on their turn. So having this available to put another token on the table every single turn is really solid. So that's what this deck pretty much aims to do. But as far as the sideboard, which you're going to see if you play best of 3 at all, as you got Change the Equation, which will counter any spell with mana value 2 or less, or a red or green spell with mana value 6 or less. Then you have a couple copies of Negate for the anti-control matchups. Glistening Deluge in case you come across any green or white decks, such as enchantments, soldiers. If you come across the green-white toxic deck, in any of those decks, this is a really good board wipe against them. You got a few copies of Duress for the control mirror as well, and 3 copies of Liliana. Liliana is in here kind of pulling a little bit of double duty. This is really good against other control builds because you want to empty their hand pretty quickly and consistently, but also if you're up against a mid-range deck that tends to only play 1 spell a turn, then this is going to be very good at keeping the board clear for you. So this will sometimes come in against the mirror matches. And then we have 2 copies of Render Inert. For 3 mana, you get to remove up to 5 counters on target permanent and draw a card. So this is here to combat opposing planeswalkers, because we don't have a whole lot to kill planeswalkers with in this deck. We have the Vraska's Fall, which can kill planeswalkers, but it's a sacrifice. It's not targeted. So if our opponent has other creatures or other planeswalkers, this might not hit what we need it to. So we have the Render Inert in here to take care of those, because these will take loyalty counters off of planeswalkers and just kill them outright. Also, if you are playing a deck that runs battles, this can also take the counters off battles as well, and draw you a card to boot, which is pretty good. So that's pretty much the deck here. It is a very fun deck to play. I enjoy it a lot. Tell you what, since you're here and watching, I'll take it out for a spin right now and just show you how it plays. Let's see here. Let's go. We'll go find a match. We'll play standard, best of 3, standard ranked. Let's go toxic best of 3, and let's just take it out for a spin. We're so close to the ladder reset that I don't think I'm going to get nearly enough games in to rank up to master. So we're just playing some for funsies games. So let's see how well we do, or how badly we do. All right, we're playing against Roberto Griso. One thing that sucks is I have no dual lands. Okay, that will come with time. When I first started on Arena about a year ago, and basically made this my full-time game. Because I first started with Hearthstone, then I jumped over to Legends of Runeterra, and then I came over here when the mobile client for Magic got good. Let me see here. This looks decent. We'll keep it. And so like I started with nothing, and basically the way that I played is, let's see, what do we want to do? Let's start with a Shipwreck Marsh. What I do is I just played games every day to get currency, to get what is it? Okay, well that sucked. I'm sorry to see that. You hate to see mana screw. I did not see anything from my opponent, so I'm not going to sideboard anything. All I saw was a forest. Yeah. So let's try again. Okay, we got 3 lands. We got counter spells. We got kill. We're gonna keep it. Anyways, yeah. I started my Magic journey just by playing every day, doing all my quests, saving up currency, and basically, the only money I spent was on the battle passes because I wanted something to play for every day when I logged on, and that was. Ooh, do we want to play the Void Wing, or do we want to play Poison Counter? We'll go with the Void Wing first. But yeah, just accruing currency every day, playing for the extra packs off the battle pass, and all that stuff. No blocks. Over time, I generated a collection, generated enough currency to buy my own packs, and all that. And over time, I picked and chose which cards I wanted to actually spend my wild cards on, and that typically was what is it? It was the dual lands first. Because if you don't have a strong mana base, whatever deck you're trying to build is going to fall flat. You need to have a solid mana base first and foremost. Oh, okay. So he wants to ramp up a little bit. This is interesting. So we're playing against some kind of monogram. Oh, you want no. Get out of here. No Nissa for you. That's bad. I cannot allow that. Not on my watch. All right, let's attack again. And he just took a chunk out of his own health right there, too. Hi, little buddy. How you doing? All right. So is he going to try to do it again? Okay. What do you got there, bud? Okay, he's playing another Portent Tracker. This is a weird deck. This is another good thing about Best of 3 is you run into some really strange decks. Let's cast Vraska's Fall, end of turn. It's going to sacrifice a creature, gets a poison counter. Take my turn, and we still have no lands. This is not good. But we're just going to chill for a little bit. As much as I would like to cast Experimental Augury this turn and try to find a land to play, I don't want him to think that he's safe to cast whatever he wants to on his turn. So we'll choose to wait until the end of his turn to cast Experimental Augury. Alright, yeah, untap. Do your thing. Zopandrel Hunger Dominus. What the hell is this? At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. 2 Phyrexian, sacrifice 2 other creatures, put an indestructible counter. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna allow it. I think this is cool. That is a cool card. Double power and toughness. Alright, pass. Alright, my turn. I'm going to cast Experimental Augury. We're going to get a swamp to hand and send the rest elsewhere. Give you another poison counter. Okay. Go here, and then we're going to cast another Void Wing. That has reach though, so we're just going to not do anything just yet. Ooh, that does it on my turn as well. How interesting. Yeah, without having reach, there's no way I'm attacking into that. But I do have the Serum Snare, which is... Now, this is a great example of why I use Serum Snare. Let's see here. So he's Convoking to get into play. Does it have haste? It does not have haste. That's fine. Because this does not have reach, I'm not really concerned with it. Okay. I'm going to cast Serum Snare. to put that back in your hand. Is there anything you can do? I don't think so. Okay, cool. We will not block that. We'll take the 2. Okay, so let's see here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to attack all out. Yeah, this is a very weird deck. I've seen some decks with Ancient Imperiosaur. It's a pretty decent card just because it has the ward on it. But I have not yet seen anything that will seen anything like this with a Hunger Dominus in it. This is very, very weird. But we're going to let him try to cast it again, and we're just going to reject Imperfection on that. Yeah, go ahead and untap your land. We're definitely at a mana deficit here, but we can at least take care of that creature from coming into play. Okay. Oh! Okay. He wants to Tyvar stand for 8. I think that's definitely worth counterspelling. Yeah, definitely worth counterspelling. Yeah, so you can still attack, though. I mean, that's fine. Alright, next, I'll attack. Yeah, that puts him to 9, and we're going to finish the game with a Prologue to Phyresis. And that's that. Yeah, so that's kind of how the deck works. Kind of. We didn't get a chance to showcase the my favorite card, but you know what? Let's play again and just see if we can get a different kind of play pattern here. That was a very weird deck to come across, especially this high up in the ladder. But again, like I said earlier, best of 3 has some weird ass decks in it. Like I think it's like multiple times over the last week when I've been playing, I've come across werewolves. Like werewolves is a deck like you never see in best of 1 ladder anymore. It just gets outpaced by mono red so hard. But best of 3, you can play some weird ass games. And also, I've kind of like gravitated more towards playing best of 3 as a result of that. Like if I just got some time for like some toilet gaming and I just need to get like a quick game in, I'll do best of 1 because that's like a 3-minute game. But the best of 3 games tend to be just a little bit more satisfying. Okay, so we got 3 lands. We got a Darkslick Shore. That's a fast land. We got an island. We got an Ottawa. So we got 3 lands to play with. Voidwing Hybrid. We have Distorted Curiosity, Annoying with Affliction, Giant with Vigor. So we got something to get the ball rolling, and we have some stuff to remove potential threats. So let's see what we can get our hands on. All right, looks like our opponent is mulliganing. Okay, so they went down to 6. So let's play Darkslick Shore to start with. Let's see what they play. Okay, so they're playing black. So let's go out with the Voidwing Hybrid first and watch them play Cut Down. No Cut Down. Life of Toshiro. I can respect that. That is a good choice. Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and play that. And I'm going to pass the turn because I don't know what you could possibly be playing. Hi, little buddy. Ooh, yeah, that's got to go. Sub in 0. We'll get our guy back though. That's the best part about the proliferate. All right, let's play the Ottawara, and we're going to cast Voidwing Hybrid, and hopefully this might be able to connect this time. But I'm not holding my breath because we are playing against Mono Black here, and if anything, Mono Black is great at killing shit. All right, my turn. All right, we'll play land. And just like that, we already have more land than the entire last match. Relax. Okay. Looks like they're trying to make a decision. Attack. They play Invasion of Innistrad. It enters the battlefield, target a creature. Okay, let's. Okay, so here's something we're going to do right now. We're going to cast Experimental Augury. We're going to try to get a counterspell. No counterspell, though. That's fine. So we'll take that. That's going to come in. It's going to kill our guy. That'll be okay. What we'll do instead is we're going to cast Voidwing Hybrid and get another one out. Okay, here comes Liliana. Yep, sacrifice the creature. Yeah, see, this is a perfect example of a deck that we'd bring Liliana in against. Just because of the fact that this person is playing a very slow deck. Alright, Voidwings come back. And we're going to play both of them. Actually, no. We're only going to play one of them. Because we don't have enough black. Hey, Spud. How you doing? Alright, so let's see what they choose to do. They're down to 3 cards. Alright, he's going to cast Cut Down. He's doing very good at keeping me from poisoning him. So, kudos to you. Oh. Okay, he's going to get back something. Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be that. Hey, got a Mirex. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, let's go ahead and play Distorted Curiosity. Draw a couple cards. Alright, now we'll play the Voidwing. And also, we're going to play Experimental Augury right now. Because we're going to lose that colored mana. Alright, bring the Ending Serum Snare, Prologue. I'm going to take Prologue, honestly. Just because I need to get poison damage on this fucker. Alright, so he's going to play for 3. He did not draw an extra land to cast for the big size. Yep, I had a feeling. Discard a card, huh? Alright, I will discard a Shipwreck Marsh. Alright. Okay, so here's what we're going to do first, is we're going to cast Prologue to Phyresis. That's going to draw me a card. Then we're going to cast... Yes. We will pay the ward cost, because it's only 3 right now. We'll proliferate again, get our guy back. And then we will cast another Voidwing Hybrid. This is what I love about the Voidwing Hybrid coming back over and over, is it blanks so much of their removal. Where you want to go? Is he going to make me sacrifice a creature? He's going to make me discard a card. Okay, that's fine. I will discard the other Voidwing Hybrid. That's fine. Go for it. I'm not worried about that. Okay. Aha! We finally found the Founding the Third Path. So let's start by attacking her. So we already have poison counters on. So attacking with that right now is not the biggest thing we need to be worried about. What I will do, let's take a look at the graveyard, see if there's anything worth casting this turn. Not really. So what I'll do is I will play Founding the Third Path, set to 1, and we're going to cast Prologue to Phyresis with this. Ooh, we got a Memory Deluge. That'll be nice to cast at the end of turn. So he's likely going to try and blitz in his guy again. Perfect. Called it. Okay, we'll see what he does with Liliana. Okay, he wants me to discard a card. That's perfect. I'm going to discard Memory Deluge. Because it's just going to go into the graveyard. I can cast it for the flashback cost. No problem. Alright, pass. Okay, he's going to go after that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cast Anoint with Affliction. And just exile that so he can't use it. There we go. Now I'm going to mill 4 of my own cards because I want to see what I could possibly get. Okay, nothing that. Hey, relax, dude. All right, let's get this Liliana off the table for good now. All right, and then we'll pass the turn. All right, so now he's in top deck mode. What is he looking at his graveyard about, though? All right, so in a turn, we're going to start pumping out Mirex tokens. Okay, so Founding Third Path, we're at the last phase. So what can we do here? Let's go ahead and actually cast Distorted Curiosity because our opponent has Corruption, which means we can cast that for only 1 mana and get 2 more cards in our hand. Okay, he wants to cast Go for the Throat. That's fine. Resolve. All right. We're going to cast that for a single blue. Draw 2 cards. Excellent. Let's go ahead and toss that out there. We will attack for 1. And then we're just going to chill. And this is the point of the game where we're just talking about inevitability. It's like, this is the point where the opponent doesn't have a whole lot they can do to stop us. It's like, the game is going to go our way. Okay. Next. Attack. Bink, bink. And we're just going to repeat this process over and over every turn, killing whatever they decide to play. And if they choose not to play anything, we just keep on doing this. Now, if all 3 of these connect, we're just going to win this turn by casting Vraska's Fall on an empty board. And that's what we're going to do. They go to 10, and they're out. There you go. I think that's a much better, what am I going to say? A much better showcase of how this deck works. Okay, so our opponent is playing a mono black, kind of mid-rangey, kind of control deck. So we're going to bring in 3 copies of our own Liliana. And do we want to gate? Do we want duress? You know what? Honestly, just based off of what I saw, I think Liliana is enough. So let's bring that up. We're going to take Vraska down to a single copy. And we're going to take Drown and Ichor down to 2 copies. And we're going to bring Memory Deluge down to 1 copy. I think that should be enough. So we're just going to thin the deck out just a little bit. And see what potential things our opponent brings in to deal with us. You guys want to go aside? Go for it. You want to go spud? You want to chill here? Okay, you can chill here. Okay. It's like he is taking his time with his decisions. He's playing mono black, so the things that we can expect to see is discard. So we're likely going to see duress coming in from the sideboard. We're playing blue black, so he doesn't have any hosers for us. Honestly, I'm only expecting to see duress and maybe some other form of discard, or maybe graveyard hate to take care of my void wings. Okay, so this is a situation where I would normally mulligan this away, but it has 2 very good cards in it, Liliana and Voidwing, and has the Mirex. So it can kind of run itself with this hand. So I'm actually going to keep this, and we'll see how far we get. If we lose this due to my own hubris, then that's just my own fault. Okay, yeah, so they duressed. Yeah, we expected the duress to come in. Okay, so let's go Dark Slick. Okay, Dark Slick number 2. Let's get that Voidwing. Okay. So he's going to throw every bit of removal at us over and over and over. So I'm okay. He has a Liliana. I was personally expecting a Graveyard Trespasser just then. Discard an island. Right, let's go ahead and play Mirax. Get that onto the table nice and early. And the turn. All right. Discard a card. Resolve. We discard Island. Okay, he's discarded himself down to 1. Great. All right, my turn. Okay, we got another Underground River. And we pass the turn. Discard a card. You got it, champ. All right. Well, I'm kind of glad we kept that handful of lands. That gave us great discard fodder. Pass. Okay, so end of turn, we're going to cast the Mirax. We're going to do... Actually, we're going to keep the Shipwreck Yard in our hand. We're going to attack our opponent. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. We'll play the Shipwreck Yard. And we'll see what they do. Okay, so he wants to do Toshiro Umezawa, so that's fine. Let that resolve. Yeah, hits that. Perfect. Now, is he going to ultimate? No, he's going to make me discard. So, let's see. What do we do here? We can't do both. So resolve, we'll discard the Anoint. Yeah, we can't do both this turn. All right. So let's make a Mirax token. Okay. So here's something we'll do. We will attack here. Get that? And then we're going to Serum Snare here. Because it's 3 or less, it's going to proliferate. Voidwing is going to come back. We'll cast Distorted Curiosity. Draw 2 more cards. Okay, we've got another Mirax. We'll play another Mirax. And then we'll also play Voidwing Hybrid. So he's going to eliminate one of my guys, probably the Voidwing, because it's the better target. And then Liliana's going to come down and either make me discard or sacrifice a creature. Sacrifice a creature. Okay. That is fine by me. Let's see here. Let's go Dark Slick, and we're going to try to con this person into making us discard our last card. All right. So let's see what they choose to do. All right, he chooses discard a card. We will channel. So now they need to make a choice. Okay, what did they discard? They discarded Invasion of Innistrad. Alright, go ahead and play the Lily again. It's probably just going to sit there unused. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see here. Actually, if I play this, then I can start pumping out 2 a turn. So we're just going to play the card out. But 2 a turn is my favorite number. Alright, so he's going to come in. He's going to hit me for 2. Not a big deal. Player discards a card. I'm into it. He wants to get that tick up. Alright. End a turn. Make a token. And make a token. Okay. Let's cast Prologue to Phyresis. Alright. Play another land. Next. We attack with 2 tokens. All right, they go up to 6. Let's see what they do. Okay, so they're going to talk Enuma. 1, 2, 3. Get something fun back from the graveyard. Probably going to be that Sheldred. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good thing about that Sheldred is it's not going to make me sacrifice a creature because it's non-token. So that works greatly in my favor. Yep, that's fine. Sacrifice a creature. Boop. Pass. All right, my turn. Let's make a token. Okay, we have Bring the Ending now. Interesting. Okay, so we can't attack just yet. Sure. I'd rather keep my mana open anyways. Yeah, let's both discard a card out of our empty hands. Is he gonna convert his children? That'd be kind of cool. Yep, he is transforming the children. Okay, he's gonna kill one of my tokens. All right, pass. See what you decide to do. All right, and turn. Start making tokens again. All right, draw a card. Just reject imperfection. Not the best. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and all attack. Yo face. Yep. Pink, pink, pink. All right, they go to 8. Discard 3 cards, then no 3 cards. That's fine by me. All right. So he's going to make me sacrifice one of my tokens this turn. That is correct. I'll sacrifice that token. Now, do you have a removal spell in hand? If you have a removal spell in hand, okay, no, it's fine. Pass. Don't attack me, dude. You don't want to attack me. All right. Token, token, token. Yep. That's exactly right. That was so dumb. We literally kept a hand with 5 lands in it. Our opponent made us discard our entire damn hand. We drew nothing but nothing all game, and we still won because of the Mirex. The Mirex is just that good. That was silly. Okay. Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. But yeah, if you yeah, stay tuned to the channel. You will still see more decks coming out in the future. I'm still keeping to that same upload cadence of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So thank you again for hanging out with me. I really appreciate that. And speaking of which, I actually should probably end the stream now too, because I need to do some prep work for tomorrow. So thank you very much. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Let's see, where is there's the application.